Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through some player props I like over on Prizepicks for today's NBA slate on Friday, December the 5th. We got a big Friday night slate, 12 games tonight, so there's going to be a lot of props to dive into, a lot of props to choose from. I do have 3 early picks that I'm liking for this slate, taking a first look at the board on Thursday night, recording this video the night before. Again, we're going to give some information, some analysis behind why I do like these plays. Now, before we get started, guys, I do want to say I will be going on a trip this weekend. I'm leaving Friday morning, so over the weekend, I'm not going to be here, but I will have videos being posted over the weekend. I already recorded all these videos, so for Saturday, I'm going to have a college football video breaking down some props I like for the conference championship games, college football. For Sunday, I'm going to have an NFL video for the Sunday slate of games for NFL. And then I do plan on I have a video already scheduled for Monday Night Football as well. So I'm going to be gone this weekend, but I'll still have videos posted on the channel for college football, for NFL. NBA, I won't have any videos over the weekend for NBA. Probably won't have one for Monday either because we're coming back on Monday. So be on the lookout for an NBA video on Tuesday of next week. And then obviously, I did want to make this video for the Friday slate before we do go on a trip. But yeah, 12 games Friday should be a lot of fun. Got 3 plays today. Again, guys, let's break down these plays, give some information, some analysis behind why I like them. Now, real quick, if you guys don't have an account over on Prizepicks, make sure that you go sign up. Use that promo code Noah. Again, you'll get you'll get you'll get $50 worth of free lineups once you play your first $5 lineup on Prizepicks and you use that code Noah. And then also, do want to give a quick shout out to Sleeper because we are partnered with Sleeper as well. If you guys sign up for Sleeper, use code Noah. You'll get your first deposit matched up to $100, and you'll also get a free $20 entry. So Sleeper's given a free $20 entry, no deposit required. So you get that free entry just for making an account. You don't have to deposit any money. You don't have to, you really don't have to put any money in. It's just a free entry, and you automatically get that added to your account. So it's a win-win for you guys. There's no reason you shouldn't try out the Sleeper app. If you lose your free entry, then so be it. You lost a free entry and it didn't cost you anything. So definitely go check out Sleeper, guys, while they are running this promo. And again, if you don't have an account over there, use that code Noah when you do sign up. But before we do talk through our Prizepicks plays here for this Friday slate, I do want to recap our plays from Thursday's video before we talk through our plays for Wednesday, or excuse me, for Friday. So for Thursday we gave out 2 picks and we lost by the hook. Go figure. I think it's now 5 straight days, or like literally 6 straight slips, NFL and NBA combined. We have lost by 1 leg, and some of the losses have been like by the hook, like close losses. So for Thursday, we gave out 2 picks. DeAndre Ayton over 13.5 points did cash. That was relatively sweat free, and then we took Peyton Pritchard over 28.5 points plus assist, which lost by the hook. Pritchard finished with 28 PA. And he lost minutes for blowout, too. Like, he didn't even play full minutes. He got subbed out with, 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So frustrating, man. And Pritchard shot the ball terribly. He shot, 8 for 21, 3 for 9 from 3. Come on, man. I literally can't catch a break right now. And then for NFL, we gave out 2 picks for the NFL Thursday Night Football. We took Jahmyr Gibbs over fantasy, pretty much sweat-free. Gibbs had a huge game. We took CeeDee Lamb over 9 targets. Lamb, I think, had 8 targets with 11 minutes left in the third quarter, and then he got injured. And because he got injured in the third quarter, it's not a reboot. So, bro, I just can't catch a break right now. It's been so frustrating. Luckily, we did give out a 3-pick lineup on Patreon today, and that did go 3 for 3. So that cashed, thankfully. We needed that one badly. But it's been frustrating lately. A lot of close beats just have not gone my way. But I'm going to continue to give you guys give you the plays that I see value in. And hopefully we'll start to see some wins soon because it's been very frustrating. It feels like every night, we're having close calls just not go our way. But that's just how it goes sometimes. But let's talk through these plays for Friday and what I'm liking. So first prop is going to be on Dillon Brooks. And I'm looking at Dillon Brooks' PRA. Well, it was at 24.5. It got bumped to 25.5. I think at 25.5, this PRA line on Dillon Brooks is still good to take. I mean, it's only a 4-point difference between his points prop and his PRA. And I would feel fairly good Brooks can at least get 4 rebounds plus assist. His rebounds plus assist line, if it's at 4.5. So I still like 24.5 or 25.5 PRA on Dillon Brooks. Again, this was at 24.5 literally right before I started recording this video. So frustrating, but at 25.5, I still do like this. And let's talk through why I like this prop on Dillon Brooks. So Dillon Brooks, typically not a guy that we see with a PRA line this high. Like typically his lines are like in the low 20s or maybe the high teens. But the Suns are dealing with some injuries right now. Devin Booker is out for this game. And man, if you look at Dillon Brooks' numbers this year, for one, Dillon Brooks has taken on a much bigger offensive role this season. His usage is way up. I'm pretty sure he has a career high in usage this year. If you look at Brooks' usage rate, even playing with Devin Booker, he's got a 28.9% usage rate. So him and Devin Booker have the exact same usage rate this season. And then if you take Devin Booker off the floor, and if you look at the minutes that Brooks has played without Devin Booker, his usage rate goes up to like 36%, I think, which is absurd. Like that's up there with like Luka. Like Luka has like a 36% usage rate. And that's what Dillon Brooks has in the minutes he's played without Devin Booker. Now, from what I'm looking at, there's only a 57-minute sample of Brooks without Booker. I feel like he's played more than 57 minutes. That might be a little bit low because last game, Booker only played like 11 minutes and then got injured. But I mean, you look at what happened last game. I know it's only a one-game sample, but last game, Booker got injured, and in that game, Dillon Brooks scored 33 points in 33 minutes, had 33 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, took 26 shots. Now, he was making a lot of shots, so like he kept shooting, but we know Dillon Brooks is a player that has historically been a guy that is not afraid to shoot the ball. And like if you look at his shot attempts just as of late, 17, 24, 22, 12, 18, 18, 26. Like he's taken almost 20 shots a game like right now. Like he is taking on a huge offensive role for this Suns team, and his role is going to be even bigger now without Devin Booker. So I think Dillon Brooks more than 25.5 PRA definitely looks like a little bit of a low line. I know the matchup against Houston is definitely not a good one. I mean, Houston is a good defensive team, but I think the role is just going to be so good for Dillon Brooks. He's going to be able to take as many shots as he wants. If he goes out there and shoots 5 for 20, then so be it. We'll probably lose, but you're going to give me 20 to 25 shot attempts from a guy who's probably going to play, also going to play probably 30 plus minutes. Feel pretty good about him going over this PRA line. I do, again, like his PRA a little bit more than his points prop. There's only a 4-point difference there. I feel like Brooks can get 4 rebounds plus assists. His last few games, he's had 4, 5, 5, 3, 3, 5, 6, 6, 7. So, like, he's been getting a good amount of RA, which gives you, that upside. Maybe he has a game where he gets, like, 5 rebounds, maybe some assists. For what it's worth, last game without Devin Booker, Dillon Brooks did have 4 potential assists. So, like, he was doing a little bit of ball handling, too. Again, if you're just going to have the more usage, that's going to lead to more assist opportunities as well. Honestly, if you want to take his points plus assist, that's the exact same as his points prop right now. Like I think that's also pretty good. It's 21.5 PA, but he does have some rebounding upside. He has had at least 3 rebounds in 4 of his last 5 games, so I feel a little bit better, I think, about PRA, but I also do like that PA line. Again, that's identical to his points prop right now, which you almost never see, especially like he's got a 1.5 assist prop, so this PA line should probably be at least like 22.5, maybe 23.5. So I think there's value on that as well. But for the sake of this video, we're going to roll with 25.5 PRA. Now, the next prop that I like is going to be a points prop on Cam Christie. And we're going to take Cam Christie for less than 7.5 points. So Cam Christie has been coming off the bench pretty much all season for the Clippers. He's always been a bench guy in his career. And he's been basically the 9th man as of late. Like he's been the last guy on the team to sub in that's a part of the normal rotation. If you look at last game, Cam Christie did play, I think like 17 minutes last game. Let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, he played 17 minutes last game. He did get a couple extra minutes at the end of the game because of blowout. He played the final 2:36, which was a blowout. Like they subbed out their starters with about 2.5 minutes left. So really, if the game was competitive, he probably was only going to play like 14 minutes, but he played 17 because of the blowout. But even if you look, so he subbed in with 2 minutes left in the first quarter, played out the rest of the first quarter, started the second quarter, played about 6 minutes, and then subbed out. So he played about 8 minutes, 7 or 8 minutes in the first half. And then in the second half, he didn't play at all in the third quarter, subbed in at the start of the fourth quarter, played about 6 minutes, and then subbed out, and then wound up coming back in because of the blowout. But Christie really, again, would have played like probably 14, 15 minutes last game had it been a competitive game. So he's not really going to project to play a lot of minutes here. Now, the reason he's getting more minutes lately is because the Clippers are without Bogdan Bogdanovic. they were also without Jordan Miller last game. Jordan Miller is questionable for today. We'll see if he plays. If he plays, that's probably going to be good for this under because that just adds another body to the rotation that could potentially take minutes away from Cam Christie. I just think 7.5 points is a little bit too high of a line for a player who's probably only going to play 13 to 15 minutes. Cam Christie, I mean, he's historically not been like much of a scorer in his NBA career. I mean, he has, I think this is his second season in the league. And he's typically been a guy that like doesn't really average a lot of points. Let me take a look at his averages by season. Because I'm pretty sure last season with the Clippers, he didn't really play much. He only averaged 4.5 minutes per game. So barely got much playing time. This year he's played a little bit more, but kind of that's been due to Bogdan's injury. They also released Chris Paul. So they've just kind of have to give Cam Christie minutes, but like he's typically been like a end of the bench guy, plays in blowouts, like not a normal rotation player. I think right now he kind of has to be a normal rotation player just because of how kind of shorthanded the Clippers are. But he's still probably going to be the last man in, the ninth man, probably only going to project for like 12 to 14 minutes. If he goes out there and scores 8 points in 12 minutes, then so be it. But I feel like more times than not, this is a line that Cam Christie goes under. And for what it's worth, even if you look at games this season where Cam Christie has played at least 15 minutes, which I think, giving him a 15-minute projection is probably a little bit steep. But even in games with at least 15 minutes, 0 points, 4 points, 8 points, 3 points, 8 points, and then he had one game where he had 17 points. But he's still under this line in half of his games this year with at least 15 minutes. I think he plays 12 to 15 minutes today. More times than not, I would bet on him going under 7.5 points. So I do like that as our second prop for Friday night. And then the last prop that I like is going to be on Klay Thompson. We're going to take Klay Thompson for more than 10.5 points. So Klay Thompson's been playing pretty well as of late, been scoring the ball pretty effectively over this line now in 4 of his last 5 games. And I think this is a matchup that sets up really well for Klay Thompson. We know Klay Thompson is a scorer that is going to do a lot of his production from three-point shooting. That's where he's going to get a lot of his scoring from. And if you look at this matchup, if you look at the Thunder this year, the Thunder have been a team historically that have given up a lot of threes because they pack the paint. They don't really allow you to get up any shots at the rim. They're going to make you kick it out and shoot threes. And that's what we want for Klay Thompson because we know Klay's going to be in the corner, going to be behind the arc, ready to catch those passes and shoot threes. This season, if you look at three-point attempts allowed per game, OKC's given up the 5th most three-point attempts per game, and they're giving up the, 7th most three-pointers made per game. So this is an OKC team that will let you shoot threes, which again sets up really well for Klay Thompson. We did already see these teams play once this season. Klay Thompson did go under this line against OKC earlier this season, had 8 points in 22 minutes. But he shot the ball terribly in that game. He shot 3 for 11 from the field and 2 for 6 from 3. As of late, Klay's been getting up a ton of shots. He hasn't even been shooting that effectively lately, but he's just been way more aggressive looking for a shot. The last few games, Klay has taken 17, 10, 13, 8, 12, 17, 9, 11, 9, 16, 11, 17 shots. Like he is getting, the volume's been really good for Klay. I think Cooper Flagg being healthy, Anthony Davis being back, honestly might not be a bad thing for Klay because like at this point in his career, Klay's not really creating his own shot. He's relying on his teammates, getting him set up in his positions where he needs to be to get shots up. And with Cooper Flagg driving to the basket, able to kick it out, Ryan Nembhard's shown to be a really good point guard, a really good ball handler, a really good facilitator. Playing alongside Ryan Nembhard could give Klay plenty of opportunities to get up threes because Nembhard's a guy that's definitely a pass-first guard. There's just plenty of ways for Klay to get 11 points here, especially if he's going to continue to take as many shots as he has been lately. And in a matchup like this against a team that gives up a lot of threes, this does set up as a good spot for Klay Thompson. So I like Klay for more than 10.5 points as our third and final prop for Friday night, guys. So this is what we're going to roll with as our 3 plays here. For Friday, Dillon Brooks, more than 25.5 PRA. Cam Christie, more than 7.5 points. Klay Thompson, more than 10.5 points. See if we can go 3-0, hit all 3 of these plays for Friday night, guys. Again, going to be on a trip this weekend, so won't be posting any NBA videos probably until Tuesday, but I'll have some NFL, some college football videos posted over the weekend. I already made those today. Going to schedule them to be published during the weekend, so you guys will still have some content, still have some plays for me this weekend, even though I technically won't be at my computer. But As always, guys, appreciate you watching these Prizepicks videos. Appreciate your support. Hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. And make sure to go sign up for Prizepicks too. If you don't have an account on Prizepicks, use that code NOAH. Play $5, get $50 worth of free lineups, again, when you sign up for Prizepicks with code NOAH. But good luck, guys. Let's win some money on this Friday night slate, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.